Somebody roll that intro. All right, y'all. It's good to be back with y'all. What kind of ride is this? Well, I tell you, it's an evening ride, and you might say, well, it looks like it's getting dark. Maybe it is on the GoPro. I don't know. Them GoPros, they don't do good in dark, but in dark, cloudy days or whatever. I can tell you this much. This is one of them get the heck out of the house types of rides. First and foremost, what equipment are we riding today? We are riding the Magicycle Cruiser. The first love, y'all. That's right. Yeah, we just decided we'd ride the Cruiser. We just gonna go take a ride. I tell y'all what, it's been raining all day. Well, no, not all day. I sound like Mr. Kimball on Green Acres. No, not all day. But it started about 10 o'clock. My wife she wanted to go to Slidell. She had to get her, we got new glasses Thursday. I've been off from work Thursday and Friday, done a whole lot of riding, but we had to go get our glasses, and she didn't get them tight enough, and she wanted to get them tightened up a little bit. So even though we didn't buy them from Walmart, I was fixing to say Walnut. Walmart will fix them up for her. They'll bend them back in place for her. Even though they don't buy it, they didn't sell them to her. Well, the thing about it was, see where the horses are. They're out in there. They are. They're scattered around. Give them the bell. Boy, listen at that bell. Ain't that pretty? Sound like the ice cream wagon coming through. Yeah, we went we was gonna run to Slidell and get them to bend her glasses for her, and we kept watching that storm coming. It was one of them yellow and red and green and purple and all these storms. And it was coming pretty fast. I told her, I said, you know, they'll do that at Walmart. Let's just go to Walmart. And we had just got out of Walmart and walked to the truck, and the bottom fell out. And I mean to tell you, it has rained. It has rained ever since. I better turn my little headlight on here. Well, we only got 50% battery, but that's okay. We're not going too far. I rode it a couple of times, didn't charge it, I guess. But yeah, we've been pretty much stuck in the house. I mean, I went out to the shed and I looked around, seeing if there's anything I could do on the bikes. I got that big bag. That big Rock Brothers bag, I put it back on the deer, and then I got another little West biking bag that I had on the Cruiser for a long time, and I decided I'd put it on the Bandit because I've been trying to get another review video done for it. Should have that in a few days. Well, y'all would have already seen it by the time you see this video. But yeah, it's little patches of blue breaking out, and we was there at the house, and I said, look, the sun's out. And yeah, it was sun's out and shining pretty. But it didn't last long. Y'all can see a little patch of blue right through yonder, right over Ridge Road there. Yeah, just look forward to getting out of the house for a little while. I told my wife, I said, going riding. You know, whenever I rode the Magicycle Cruiser, and every time I get on this bike, and I call it my first love, and it was. It's the first one I thought about. I'm gonna go back and tell a story now, but I know y'all probably get tired of hearing it, and I know y'all probably hear me. You know, you say all you do is pumping up Magicycle. No, it's not just that. I mean, I decided I saw one of these things out on a little water park out at McLeod Park. It's down there on the Texas Flat Road. Y'all saw that. We cross that when we go to Flat Top. But yeah, I saw one of these at McLeod Park, and I went and started checking. I said, you know, I think it was a Hemingway. I said, you know what? I'd like to check in on one of them. And I did check, and I checked, and that's about all I did. I seen the price, and that scared me away. I had sticker shock. Y'all ever had sticker shock before? Sure you have. I don't know, maybe some of y'all don't worry about the price. That's another story for another day. Not worrying about the price. Never considered the price. That's a good story. I'll tell that one day. But yeah, I didn't. I just said, man, I don't know, that's too much. Then you ever look at something and look at it, and the more you look at it, the more you want it. Sure you have. We passing the old Edmund Fitzgerald there on the left there. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot about what the man sung that song. What's his name? Gordon Lightfoot. There you go. I had to hum a few bars of it. But did he die or something? I don't know. But I've been seeing a lot on him on Facebook and YouTube. I tell you what, that dude could sing a song now. He sung that. That was my favorite, that Edmund Fitzgerald song. That thing would jerk a tear from a mannequin. Y'all, I just want to pull over. Look, there ain't nothing that's really fancy about this old place, but I love coming down here to this pasture. And just look, we blessed with a beautiful view this evening, y'all. Looking at the blue sky up yonder, and we got the dark clouds up here, and that green grass, and they got the little yellow flowers over there by the road. I see he's on down. And this is my Aunt Marilyn and them's old place there on the left there. Yeah, ain't this pretty? But yeah, I just decided, I said, you know, the more I looked at it, the more I wanted it. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy the thing. And then that fear hit me. What was the fear? Buying something on the line, paying $1,500 for something, paying that much money on something online, putting that on your credit card, and Chinese company, and you just don't know. And I'm telling you, that's the biggest fear for me. And I tell you, I mean, I saw a lot of good stuff on the internet about. Well, I found Magicycle. That's what I did. I found, boy, I'm gonna show y'all how much it rained. Look at here. The water is all over the place here. Y'all see that? What is all that white back up in yonder? Oh, that's the water. Yeah, that's the reflection on the water. I thought that was some white up in there, but yeah, that's the sun or whatever light reflecting on that water. Big old chunk of styrofoam. Yeah, the best deer dogs I ever had in my life, and foxhounds, I bought them right up there from J.M. Stockstill. He was a good man. He was kind of a quiet man. He talked with a little whisper like that. And I could never hear him. I said, J.M., do you hear them dogs? We'd be fox hunting. I said, do you hear them dogs? He said, I hear them back up in yonder. But he was a good man. Always enjoyed hunting and knocking around, Mr. J.M. Yeah, there's water. Look, that's high water there. That's gonna bring the pond up there. See, this runs through and then across Joe Bennett Road over there. Across Ace and McQueen Road. But it branches off and then goes across Joe Bennett Road up in there. And that's up in there by where the pond is, behind the house there. So yeah, here we are again. We're back on their story again. I got sidetracked. So a happy day was when I got a tracking number. Took about 2 or 3 days, got a tracking. No, I didn't get a tracking number. I mean, let me correct that. They were still on the boat coming from China. And they told me, they said, they're due to hit land. See all them beaver hides. My goodness, y'all, I can't talk. Y'all see all them beehives up in there? There must be hundreds of them. They go all the way back to the eagle nest back in there. Yeah, pile of them. You know where them bees have been? They've been over at the house pollinating on them magnolia trees. They pretty. Them little honeybees. You can't go nowhere. You see them there pollinating flowers and everything. But yeah, these bees, and this is some of the best honey in the South right here. That's what I've heard. That the bees make right here in this country. All right, back on the story again. So yeah, about a week and a half after I bought it, seemed to me like I said, okay, I'm gonna contact customer service and see if I hear anything. You know, by then I was starting to get impatient. Any of y'all done that? Yeah, I bet you have. And so I got just about time I got on high line with customer service, before they could answer me, boom, I got a tracking number. And hey, after I got the tracking number, you know, from California to here, about 4 days, something like that, maybe 5. And that was it. And it was history. But y'all, I'll never forget. And y'all, how many of y'all can understand what I'm fixing to tell you? I never forget the feeling. I hadn't ridden a bike. Mickey had brought a little, some kind of a little bike. We bought at Walmart or whatever. Mickey said, Richard, I got an extra bike. Why don't you try it? It was a mountain bike style. I couldn't do that, y'all. I took it and tried it. I rode down the road and about had to push it up the hill there by where the dog was at. I said, I can't do this. But when I got that e-bike, I'll never forget the feeling. How many of y'all can share that? I mean, the feeling when I pushed that plus button right there on that controller, when I pushed that plus button and that thing hit 1 and then 2, I didn't know nothing about it. And when I felt that motor kick in, what happened? it took me back to my youth whenever took me back to when I was a child. How many times have y'all heard that? I know you've heard it from me several times, but it took me back to when I was a child and pedaling that bike for the first time, you know, the feeling that I got. And I'm telling you, that was a great feeling. And it's a feeling I've never forgotten. And it's kind of, I tell you what, it's emptied my pocketbook too. Get out of here. This guy's going to need the whole road because he's got water on the other side there. I'll get out of his way. And he's still run through the water. I gave him the whole road and he still bailed out the water hole. Son, I tell you what, there ain't gonna be no riding over in the dirt pits there today. Not after that chunk floater. But yeah, y'all, it took me back, and I'm telling you, that was a great feeling. Who was? Mickey come to the house, and I let Mickey ride it. Or Joey, I think. It didn't matter. Both of them rode it, and both of them, you know, I like to watch people's face when they ride it the first time. Now, Billy Wayne here, he was a little shy about it. He come over at the house. Let me tell you about Billy Wayne. Billy Wayne's old country boy. Okay, like me, like I'm not a country boy. But Billy Wayne fished, hunted all his life, cut paper wood. As far as I know, cut paper wood to most of his life. A lot of it loaded up without a winch and all. Well, some of y'all know anything about paper wood, you know what I'm talking about there. But he, I told him, I said, I run into him several times over here on the road. And he said, asked me one time, he said, Richard, is that one of them e-bikes? I said, yeah. He said, you know, that thing could be very valuable to me on my turkey hunts. I said, yes, sir. It sure would, Billy Wayne. And I kept telling him, I said, every morning he was coming from coffee shop or the shop over there, you know, where I turn around on that road now. KBR. He was coming from there, and he come over here to operate the equipment, and he told me, I told him, I said, son, why don't you just get on it and ride it? No, I don't need to ride it. I said, okay. Well, he never did. I offered it several times. I said, why don't you ride it? Come over there, and he said, I got you. I think it was $1,400. $1,399 what he got the bike for. This Magicycle Cruiser. And he said, I got your money. I want you to order me one of them bikes. And I ordered it for him, and they had them in stock at that time. They come right on in. And he come over at the house. I said, well, look, why don't you let me drive your truck home, and you ride it. You ride the bike home. Oh, no, I ain't gonna do that. I said, well, what are you gonna do? You ain't got no rack. I'm just gonna throw it up in the back truck. And he did. And he was going to throw it up in there without even any padding or anything under it. I told him, I said, hold on. So I went in the house and I got some of this old foam packing, you know. I come out there and had the box on the back porch there at the house. And I put the packing under it. And as far as I know, he's put over 1,000 miles on it. And I ain't never seen him ride it. But he likes it. But yeah, it was just kind of funny. He never would want to ride it. But I told him, I said, I want to see your face the first time you ride it. But he never gave me that opportunity. But so yeah, the first love. I could get 40 bikes, 4 bikes, 8 bikes, 100 bikes. I'd still love the old Magicycle Cruiser. And now notice I got me a basket on the front of it here now. I contacted Magicycle and I asked them, I said, look, I'm toting a drone now. And I said, I want a couple of baskets. And asked them if they would send me a couple of baskets. I wanted to put one on the Ocelot, and I wanted to put one on the Magicycle Cruiser here. And young lady said yes. We'll put you some. We'll get you some going. And when I got the baskets in, I got to thinking about Mickey. Mickey's bought two bikes from Magicycle, and I said, you know what? Mickey needs a basket, so I give Mickey one of the baskets. And so Mickey got that. He put that on his deer, and that'll keep him from losing his lunch and stuff like that, and his water bottles and stuff. Yeah, he's gonna enjoy that basket. And I got the other one on here, and you know, it's gonna be a pain to move it, but if I need to move it to another bike or something for some special reason, I'll do it. It don't take me too long fooling with it, you know. Seems like it's getting darker and darker. Let me kick it on up another notch here. We're down about 38%, but I got a feeling we can go a pretty good ways on that 38%. So we're gonna kick it on up and head on back towards the house. Yeah, looks like everybody's starting to get, I even noticed up in Canada, our Canadian friends up there are starting to get some warmer weather and starting to ride again. So that's good. That's a good deal. But yeah, you know, talking about the first love here. I don't know. I don't never want to get away. I don't never want to lose track of why I ride. And you might say, well, what are you talking about? Well, I tell you, I used to come over here. This is before I even, I had a GoPro before I got the bike. But this was before I even started putting a GoPro on myself and trying to make videos and stuff. But I used to love to ride over in the morning times in the summer and watch the sun come up, and then I'd just take off and ride just for the sake of riding, because I loved it and I was getting exercise and it made me feel good. It straightens out your line of thinking, if I can say it that way. It gets you out in the nature, watching turkeys and watching the birds and I don't know what all, watching the horses up here. And you're not sitting on the couch, you know, at the house. And I saw how coming out, and then I started making the YouTube videos, and then I started sharing them with the family. And then I seen Joey and Mickey both got bikes. I think Mickey got one first. Then Joey got his Velotric, and I saw how the bikes affected them. It affected them in the same way. They really enjoy it. Friends there, like looking at the e-bike. Yeah, Rip One Outdoors. Donald said I need to get, Donald, my brother, he said, you need to get a shirt with Rip One Outdoors on the back. I do, but it has tractors and stuff. That's back before the e-bike days. So, I don't know. I like to wear these orange and yellow shirts that you see construction workers wearing. That's what I like to wear. I don't particularly like to wear the vest like Russ and them wears, but I like to wear an orange shirt or yellow shirt. I don't have one on now, but I usually do. But I want it, and Candace has got one of these printers. Subsidization, she'll straighten me out on it. But it's one of them subliminary, I don't know, it starts with an S. But she's got one of these printers that will print onto a piece of paper, and then you iron that print on your shirt. And I tell you what, she's made some nice looking shirts. She's made some nice shirts for me. So I need to get her to make me a couple of shirts. But the only problem is the GoPro strap, the chest strap, kind of breaks up where the writing is. So I don't know. I might have to put it down close to my butt. Yeah, there you go. Whip one outdoors. Hey, I ought to get a comment or two out of that. So anyway, I got to do that. And yeah, Donald said, Richard, you might pick you up a subscriber. Maybe so. Get something there they can read, you know. But yeah, go back to my first love, y'all. The first love of the bikes was this bike, the Cruiser. And I'll tell you something else. Say what you want, I love it even more now that it's got that basket on the front. I've gotten used to that basket being on the deer, and now, I just love having the basket there. I can put drone in it, I can put turnip greens in it, I can put blackberries in it, I could put a casserole, a little small casserole. I'm just riding, y'all. I'm looking at my battery. I'm just riding and shooting a bull. And we kicking it about 16.5 mile per hour. And Richcraft, this is another one of those bikes that I put the 11 by 28 freewheel on. And I really, really enjoy that. Yeah, he was asking me about that the other day. He had a question and he emailed me. I just wanted to say, anytime you got a question, and if you feel like that I can help you with, don't you feel like that you're going to make me mad by emailing, because I promise you won't. My wife can tell you I enjoy sitting there and answering people's email. I've had a lot of people email me about the deer and asking me, you know, is the deer a really good bike? And, you know, would you really recommend the deer? Absolutely. We've sold quite a few deer now. I'm happy about that. I bet I'm getting some water on my GoPro here, so I think I might turn around here. See, I know I've told y'all this before. This road goes straight down. This is 607. Y'all know where we go to Infinity Science Center down there? If you could go through the test site, NASA test site, this road runs right on down there to Infinity Science Center. It runs down there and, you know, and goes right by it. And that's where we go to Logtown. But you'd have to, like Lee Elliott, you'd have to run this rumble strip right here. He runs that on Highway 8 up there by Amory, where he's at. But he's out there running that rumble strip. Well, I just don't think I want to do that. But look, the government can blow all this money doing all this other stuff. They can put us a shoulder here to run all the way down to NASA. We could go down to NASA. We could turn if we had a bike path on Texas Flat. We could run Texas Flat. We could go across Flat Top. We could run right on down to Bay St. Louis. If you got a battery to go that far, hey, you could do it. But you would have to run up on the highway. Now, granted, it's a 4-lane highway here. Or two lanes here and 2 lanes the other way, separated by that grassy median. And but yeah, I wish we had that, but we don't. So we stick to Ridge Road and things like that. I don't want to get water slung all over me from this guy. Maybe he'll stay over on the other side. No, he's gonna stay on this side. Dude, I know it's my fault for coming this wet. That's how hard it's rained, y'all. But look, we got a sunshine coming through there now. Yeah, it ain't that bad. Just cruise on across here. Well, I tell you what, I hope y'all have enjoyed the little ride. I mean, talking about our first love, the old Magicycle cruiser. And the love we've had for it, and how it's improved our lifestyle and our well-being, our mental health. I'll say that. A lot of people won't talk. You don't hear nobody talking about the mental health aspect of it. It does. It does. Now tell me if I'm wrong, but it does. And yeah, we're happy with it, and it still does us a good job. Especially we got that new basket on the front there. Y'all, we fixing to tie the old horse up, so y'all know the routine. We'll put the stuff up on the screen there for you if you want to check out the Magicycle bikes. Yeah, it's good to be back out on their old cruiser here. If y'all got any questions or comments, here's my email. Email me. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like and that subscribe button if you will. If you don't, we appreciate you watching anyway. We'll catch y'all on another pretty sunny day. Drip one out. Hey y'all, one other thing. Did I ever show y'all that video of how I moved my tractor? How I took my tractor and I moved this shed around here to where it's at? Did I ever show y'all that? Well, if I didn't, just hang around. Here it is right here. Y'all hang on. We're going to show that. It's just a little short clip there, but I hope y'all enjoy that. Watch that John Deere at work. Okay, y'all, we fixing to move the camper shed. Hey y'all, yeah, here's where the shed wound up being. My video cut off. Last time y'all saw the video was I was over here under this oak tree over here, but it didn't cut off. I forgot to hit record when I moved it. So anyway, that was the final place for it.